Hi guys, today I'm going to say you about the what is meant by attributes in database management system and its types. So here, whenever we talk about the database management system, the first thing which will be coming to your mind is how to store the data and how to retrieve that data effectively. So without any problems, how to store and retrieve the data is most important. So to perform these type of operations, we actually need entities and attributes. So entities means it is like an object. So we need the objects, and then attributes means, so these are the informations, that means some pieces of information gathering and that are used to store in the databases. So after that, there are several different types of attributes. There are many types of attributes. So here I am going to explain each and that means how many types are there. I am going to explain those all types. So mainly let us see what are the attributes in database management system. So see here, as I have definition already I have written here. In database management system, an attribute is a piece of data that describes an entity. That means entity means already I have told it as an object. So this attribute will be used. That means it is a piece of data. It is used to describe that object. That means to describe an entity. So if you take an example as a customer. So if you think customer is an entity here. So for that customer, what and all the attributes will become? That means in the customer, what and all the attributes like his name, his address and phone number. So these are all the attributes. So if you consider customer as a entity, for this customer, what and all the objects will be linked to him. So like his details. So his name and address, whatever I had told till now. So after that, attributes can be used to describe both simple and complex. So here I have took the example as customer. It is so simple, like you can go with his name, his address, his date of birth also. So after that, his phone number. Otherwise, for the customer, if you have any other number, you can go with the other number also. So here I have written another example. It is a product. So it is a product means, so in simple attribute, that means if you take the simple entities means, so for any product there will be one name and it may have the price. After that there will be date of manufacture. So it is the simple attribute only. That means simple entity. If you take the product as simple entity. If you go with the complex entities means, along with the simple entities like product name, price and date of manufacture, in addition you can go with some attributes might be like it is used to describe its color. So based on the color, size, you can able to differentiate this product. So it is like a complex entities. Simple entity is there and complex entities are there. So these attributes will be used to describe both simple and the complex entities. After that, there are different types of attributes in database. So let us see. First one is simple attribute, then composite attribute, single valued attribute, multi-valued attribute, derived attribute, complex attribute and key attribute. So then just look at this types of attributes flowchart, like so these are the different types of attributes are there. So just go with the first attribute, that is the simple attribute. So here simple attributes are those that cannot be further divided into sub attributes. So that means these are the only unique attributes. You can't able to divide it into any further classification. So here I have mentioned the diagram, that is here student and then roll number. He is the student is the entity. For this entity the attributes are roll number, class and age. So these are the attributes for the student entity. So here if you want to find out the simple attribute means, you can go with the roll number of the student, because each and every student will have their unique roll numbers. So this is the best example for the simple attributes. So these attributes are mainly and usually assigned by the any organization. So and then these are mostly used to identify an individual within that organization uniquely. So if you are studying in any school, then that school database, they will create this roll number for the student, and for uniquely identification they will provide the student with this roll numbers. So this same as like here, databases and other systems are also will use this simple attributes. So if you want to track the management easily, then you can go with this simple attribute. So after that, just go for the composite attribute. So here, composite attributes are made up of two or more simple attributes. That means for one entity there will be two or more simple attributes, means two unique names will be there. So based on that attributes, this composite attribute will be developed. So if you take an example like a person's address, so it may be composite attribute because it is made up of the person's street. So here they have mentioned that person's street. So after that, based on his city, and after that based on the state also, state and the country. So these are all the unique for any person because his street, city and state and country, these are the unique attributes. Based on these attributes, so you can take this address as a composite attribute then. Mainly this composite attributes can be used to create more complex data models and can be helpful when you are trying to represent data in a convincing way. So this is about the composite attribute. After that, we can move for the single valued attribute. So here, single valued, by the name itself it will represent that it will be, that means this particular attribute will have only one value. That means so here let us see this example. The student is having the roll number, age, date of birth and gender. So these single valued attributes are typically used to provide a unique identifier for an entity. So or often this will be used in the databases. That means for this student, this roll number and like his date of birth, they will provide the unique entity, that means unique identification for the student. So that's why they will be called as single valued attributes. And then next one is the multi-valued attributes. So here name only will say that it will have the more than one value. So if you take that, here I have written the example like a person may has the one or more email IDs and phone numbers also. So that will be considered as a multi-valued attribute. It is so simple guys. This is about the attributes. After that, derived attribute. And the fifth one is the derived attributes. Here, so these derived attributes won't be stored in the database directly because as the name says, the derived from, these will be derived from the another attribute. So here as the definition says that derived attributes are based on another attributes and are not stored directly in the databases. So here if you consider this database of this student as an example means, so here you are having his roll number, gender, date of birth and age. So here if you want to calculate the age of the student, first you need to know his date of birth. Based on the date of birth only you can able to calculate his age. So here this age is a derived attribute. So because it has been derived from the date of birth, based on the date of birth we can able to calculate the age of the student. This is about the derived database, that means the derived attribute. And sixth one is the complex attribute. So complex attributes here in databases, they will involve both multi-valued and composite attribute. So once again go for the composite attributes, that is the second one. So composite attribute means, so this will be included with the more than one or more simple attributes. That means if you consider this address means, it will be indicated from the street, based on the city, based on the state and country, they will be mention. So as like multi-valued means they will be having more than one value. So not only like a single value as single valued attribute, they will be having more than one value. So just come with the complex attribute then. So if one person might have like one or more houses, so in that houses each and every house may have the phone, so more than one phone, the mobile. So that particular mobile or the phone will be comes under the complex attribute, because for that each phone they will be having the mobile number. So that mobile number will be comes under the composite attribute because it is having the more than one single value. So more than one simple attribute means it will be comes under the composite attribute. So the phone number will be comes under the composite attribute. So after that, so these complex attributes are often will be used to database design. So and mainly this will be used in the relationships. So to develop any relationship between the entities, that means like entities means already I have told that like objects. So to develop the relationship between them, we can able to use this complex attributes. So if you see this example means here you're having a student is an entity. For this you're having the roll number is, and if you consider the address, then for this address there will be street, and for the city and country again in the street there will be particular entities like house number, street number, and the location also you can able to go through here. This is about the complex attribute. And last one is the key attribute. Key attribute means by the name says that key means it is a very most important. So in a databases, key attributes are used to uniquely identify each row in a table. So to identify each row uniquely without any duplicate values, we are going to use this key attributes. That means here in a database there will be more than one key attribute in a table. Like you can go with the primary key and foreign key. So your primary key means without any duplicate values it will be used to, that means it will be having only unique values here. So here if you see in the example, student is having student ID, is name and attribute. If you can consider this student ID as a primary key, because in student IDs you won't find any duplicate values, everything will be unique only. So another thing is a foreign key. Foreign key means it is used to develop the relationship between the primary keys of one attribute to that means one entity to another entity. So here just now we are going to show only one entity's attributes. So whenever it really comes for the another entity, it will going to connect this student ID with the another entity's primary key. So that's it guys. This is about the all attributes in the database management system, and these are all the types also. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any doubts, then please comment in the comment section. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day.